is family day, and she's finally back from France. Been following every move on her Instagram. Please welcome Claire Tansey. Had such a blast. You should be way bigger.
I ate it all.
You should be way bigger.
We left no wine undrunk, no sausage uneaten, no road unwalked.
It looked amazing. That is the sort of trip that just following your account, I would want to walk in those footsteps and eat all of those meals. You did it up right. You did it the right way.
But you know, after you eat a type of food for a week,
yeah,
you're like, oh God, French food, really?
I'm over it.
Isn't there anything else I can have?
Right.
You know what we wanted?
What do you want?
Curry.
Curry. Yeah, that's a very different flavor,
different.
right?
So I thought I'd do two really different curries today that you can have on a weeknight.
I love that. Easy to make curries. One will be vegetarian and one will have some shrimp in it.
Yes, I actually think this might even be vegan. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Huzzah!
Very good.
So yeah, vegan curry, and we've got sweet potato and chickpeas and coconut milk. And so for this one, we're going to use an Indian curry paste.
Okay.
And for the other one, we're going to use a Thai curry paste.
Love it.
So they actually turn out quite differently, even though the steps are pretty much the same.
All right.
Ready? Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Okay, so it starts like any good recipe with a nice chopped onion.
Onions.
Now, step one, don't do this in a white shirt. Don't do it, because curry doesn't come out of white.
Right.
Ginger and garlic.
Okay.
And that will just saute around for a while. Now I'll take the sweet potatoes, please.
Also,
no, don't give me the sweet potatoes yet. No, now I want the curry paste.
Maybe don't wear the outfit that you're going to be wearing for your dinner date that night, because it's also a flavor that's going to stay on you. Unless you like that. Like, I like it when people smell like curry. That's how much I like food. I'm like, it's better than perfume. Okay, so you put that in.
Okay, we got off on a tangent there. So that's Indian curry paste. So this is, you buy it in the store, you don't have to do a thing.
Yep.
This means you don't have to add a single other spice.
Okay.
So easy. Keep a jar of that in your fridge, and you have.
Smells amazing.
Should I put a little behind my ears?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe a little bit later.
I think I know how to get Tracy excited. So once that's going, we're going to add a can of tomatoes.
Okay.
And you know, I have preached this this lesson before. Always have a can of tomatoes in your pantry.
It's the thing you want to have. You're going to be able to make about 1 billion things with it, so why not?
Exactly.
Be prepared,
so
right?
something like this. Now we're going to put sweet potatoes in here and chickpeas.
Yeah.
That's really just for body, so this could be regular potato.
Okay.
It could also be squash.
Okay.
Or it could be kind of any firm vegetable.
Your starch of choice.
Your starch of choice. And then some chickpeas as well. Please and thank you. I know.
Man, these are healthy for you.
And this is such a pantry meal, right? You see, everything's coming out of a can.
Yeah.
So remember, it used to be like you'd have a can of mushroom soup and a can of tuna, and that would be your dinner.
Right.
Well, this is all from cans, but it's super healthy. It's super, super healthy.
The only thing you really have to chop up is the starch you pick, the ground vegetable, like the sweet potato and the onions, right?
And the onions,
and then these guys as well.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, a kid.
That's so easy.
A kid could cut that.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Now, here is your other favorite can in the pantry. This is coconut milk.
Yum.
This is the regular, and when we go over here to Thailand, we're going to talk about light.
Okay.
We're doing regular here because it's vegan. It doesn't have a lot of body in terms of like protein.
Right.
It's great, good for you because it's got the chickpeas in it. But that's why I'm using the heavier, thicker coconut milk here.
You want to add some oomph to this one.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. That's not heavy at all.
No.
It came out as a solid.
It is. And then it's just water underneath. So that is the rich coconut milk. Now, by all means, if you wanted to use the light, which is about half as much fat, you can certainly use that as well. But this just like I said, because it's vegan, you want it to give it a little bit of that extra oomph.
Yeah, you got it.
So that's just going to simmer just about.
Okay.
I mean, you know, follow the recipe as I say.
Yeah, always.
You know, because I sort of sped things up a bit here. But the important thing with zucchini is don't add it at the beginning. Because it's going to get real mushy. You only want this to cook for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So add it in just before you're about to serve it. Otherwise, make it in advance, throw it in the freezer. Great. Good stuff. So at the very end, you're putting that in. Yeah, and then a little bit of mint or coriander, whatever you like, just to sparkle it up there. A little bit of naan, a little bit of rice. Okay, so then later on in the week, you're like, oh, but I still want curry.
I want more.
Yes. So now, again, we're going to start with a little bit of oil in the pan, and this is just a bit of garlic. So this is a Thai curry. Okay. And all that really means in terms of how you make it different is you use Thai curry paste instead.
Okay, which is let me smell the difference between these two.
You do that. You do your thing.
Oh, they're so good.
Right? And they're so different.
Yeah, they're both great. They are different.
So this is really, Thai curry goes so beautifully with fish. So this is a shrimp curry. Another great thing to have in the freezer at all times if you eat shrimp. A bag of shrimp. They defrost quickly. You can cook them in minutes, and I know kids like them too.
Kids
right?
like them. They're so good for you. Yeah. They're really easy to prepare.
They're like low in fat. They're low in, you know, okay, great. We love them. We love shrimp.
Good.
Shrimp, come over.
And people see them as such a luxury though, shrimp. Well, really, shrimp could be an everyday meal.
Well, it depends on your price point.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you know, depending on what you want to buy. So that is your Thai curry paste. And then what we're going to do here, you know, there's so much squash in the market
everywhere.
Right now. And I always buy one and then I think, no, what am I going to do with this? And it sits on the counter for a while and it looks pretty. Yeah. So all I did was, this is an acorn squash and I just cut it into pieces and roasted it.
Okay.
And then, so that gets nice and soft. And that's a great thing to do with any kind of squash. Cut it into pieces and roast it. And don't forget that as long as you wash it, you can eat the skin.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I never eat the skin on my acorn squash.
What? I thought you were a bit of a...
I know, I'm sorry.
When you eat a baked potato, do you eat the skin?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so you're gonna eat the skin of your squash?
I will go for it from now on, I promise.
Once this is going, I'm gonna throw in the shrimpies.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw in the light coconut milk.
So you're using light in this recipe. Is it just because you want to shave off some of the fat? Does it need less flavor?
No, they have about similar amounts of flavor. It's more about body. Okay. I know that's a weird thing to talk about in cooking, but it's like kind of like heaviness, richness. Yeah. And the shrimp really does provide that richness. Okay. Now that said, this light coconut milk is just beautifully creamy as well, and then it'll give you that hint of coconut flavor. Yes. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of salt. Now this is my other favorite friend, fish sauce. Yeah. Once the shrimp are all cooked up, we're gonna get that all stirred around here. Throw in the squash, and then at the very end, you add your final seasoning. So lemon or lime, a little bit of zest, a little bit of fish sauce, and a little bit of coriander if you've got it.
And you're done. So there you've got your two curries.
In a hurry.
You've got your vegan curry here. You've got a shrimp curry here. They look amazing. We're putting them both on our website because, as we say, follow our instructions, not what we say.
I know. Go to the website. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything.
Claire, thank you so much for that great recipe.